What's up, Klamath Falls? Let's make it loud. A big rooster's crowing, drawing a crowd.
Hey, what's up, Klamath Falls? This is Mike.
Hey, what's up, Klamath Falls? This is Dave.
Hey, what's up, Klamath Falls? This is Christine.
So, we have Christine Hess here. She is the Executive Director of the United Way here in Klamath County.
Correct.
Yeah, and trying to get the word out. She needs help to help the community. So, if I'm not, I think I'm on point with that.
You're very on point with that. I have been the director for going on 4 years now. I started in 2023 at the beginning of 2023, so this is my 4th year.
Okay.
We are changing up how we do things. We have always had a program where we fund other nonprofits in our community. However, we are opening that up. We're going broader. We're going bigger. We're going larger, however you want to say it. I discovered we were not doing enough in Klamath Falls for our area. We also cover Lake County, which we're just getting a presence over there. I've got a meeting over there with some of their officials in Lakeview next month, but we are supposed to be covering 2 counties here, and we need your guys' help. We're getting to a point where funding is difficult right now. Well, with our new program, we're opening that up to all nonprofits now, not just the ones we had funded by invitation before, but any nonprofit now can send us a letter of inquiry. Each quarter, my board and I, we look at those and we make a decision on which ones we're going to fund now. It's an automatic, well, not an automatic, but we used to give a check each month for the money. Now it's you get your check right then and there.
Oh, wow.
For what you need to spend it on. So this is going to be happening quarterly. But we can't do that without community support. That's just one part of it. Our other new huge program that we're doing is our disaster relief program. We know that we have wildfires almost every year. We were blessed last year. We did not lose any structures last year. People, we don't want to think that that's going to happen again this year. We have not gotten a snowpack. We have not gotten any rain.
Yeah, it's dry.
So what we would like to do, though, we know that our community comes together in a disaster, in a crisis. I have seen this community just come out of the woodwork to help people. But we want to be prepared for it ahead of time. And the only way we can do that is support from our community. So one of the programs we're doing this year is a community impact partnership. You can now partner with the United Way for a year long if you're a business. Your logo goes out on everything we do. You're one of our community partner, goes on our website, it goes on all of our social media. You get a table or a golf team at any of our events that we put on. So there's different phases of that. What I'm doing right now is I'm actually going out and meeting with business owners to get this set up. I did secure one of our first ones today, so I'm pretty excited about
Nice.
that. But we've got to have help with that, not only with our corporations, but also with our individuals. United Way is vital to our area. We are unique in the fact that we fund other nonprofits. If we don't have the support to do that, we can't help those other nonprofits. And there are some of them in our community that really need some help. So that's what I'm here to ask for is we need your help. We have a lot of new things happening, and
So, by help, you're looking for donations?
we are looking for donations,
volunteers?
volunteers, all of that.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know some of the things that we can do. Last year, this was our most exciting thing. We had a Jeep. It was a 1996 Jeep Cherokee, but it was donated to us and to raffle that off. So it doesn't always have to be monetary donations. A few years ago, a building was donated to us that we sold and is now Bravada Brew House. So
Nice.
there's a lot of different ways you can help. We can take shares of stock. We had one of our donors donate 30 shares of Apple stock to us.
Wow.
That I'm still writing on. I still have not cashed those out yet.
That's a substantial donation.
It was huge. And so I want to get the word out there that it's not always just money. You can leave us in your will. You can, do an IRA deduction each year. There's a lot of ways that you can do that. So if you're interested in something, please reach out to us because there's a lot of different ways you can help out the United Way.
And what's the best way to reach out to you?
You can email me at my first name is Christine, Christine, at uwkf.org. That's
UWKF?
UWKF, UnitedWayKlamathFalls.org.
Okay. All right.
One of the easiest ways to get a hold of me, stop by the office.
And that is located?
Our office is at 136 North 3rd Street.
Okay.
So we're right on the corner of Pine and 3rd. We have a big 3-story building that's 2 different colors of green right now, and we love to have people stop in and talk to us.
Great. So if you're a business owner and you would like to help them, help the community, please reach out. So you did the bubble run last year, right?
We did do the bubble run last year. This year it is June 27th.
Okay.
So we are doing
All right.
that again. We're looking for sponsors. It's going to be fun. Last year we had over 200 participants. We're hoping to, I don't want to say double it because that's a lot of people, but hey, shoot for the moon, right? Go big or go
Right.
home.
I got to admit, because I was there,
Uh-huh.
you asked me to MC that. Hopefully I did okay. But I was shocked by the turnout for a first ever event. That was great.
It was a
So-
blast. We already have people wanting to help with it. I've already got people reaching out going, hey, I want to have one of your tables that you set up along the route. And I'm like, perfect, come on down. So it's going to be another big event. We're going to have the foam party at the end of it again.
Cool.
Balloon arches, bounce houses, photo booth. But the main thing is part of United Way's calls to action is healthy community. So this is one way, get out, walk it, run it. A lot of people brought their kids. It was a fun family event that we just enjoy putting on. So we're doing it again this year.
Awesome. Awesome.
So
No, that was truly a family event. That looked like a lot of folks having a really good time. And yeah, the bubbles at the end, that was a great way to end it.
well, you got to have fun, and
Yeah.
that's what families need too. We need fun in our community. We need, yes, we all as directors and stuff need to put a plea out there that our organizations need your funding, but we want to make it fun also. We want to come together as a community for our community, and that's what's important. It's our people. How can we take care of our people? How can we do what we're doing without collaboration and support?
Well, and I think it's a good deal having a family. There's not a lot, in my opinion, of family-based events like that. So, yeah, that was great to see. And if you weren't there, you're definitely missing out because the kids were loving that bubble machine. That was a hit with the kid. Well, some adults too, honestly.
Okay, I was the first one to run through the foam, and I have to say it covered my head, and I'm only 5'2". That's how big the foam was.
It was a huge pile of foam. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and we actually have that for 2 hours this year instead of just an hour. So,
Okay.
and Shane from 5 for 1 Jump does a great job helping us out with those events and everything else. So, some other exciting things, if I have a little bit of time
Absolutely.
to go into it, is we are collaborating with our local Klamath Falls Gospel Mission on building 2 new buildings on their property.
Oh, wow.
One is going to be a 5,000 square foot building for their thrift store, which is going to be great for our community. I know a lot of people have missed it since it hasn't been downtown. But the other one is a 10,000 square foot disaster relief distribution center. That one is going to be ran by the United Way. What we want to do is make sure we have the supplies we need in case a major disaster happens. We're talking cots, sleeping bags, blankets, MREs, the things that we're going to need quickly. If we happen to have a huge event, I know from working with the emergency manager's office that the base is going to be busy and they're not going to be able to help our community. So as Vicki Caber and I got together and we thought about this, it's like, we need to collaborate on this. We need to be ready. But there again, that's going to take community support. And we're just getting started on this program, but we're really super excited about it. I think it's going to turn into something great. I love to work with collaborations. I've got a couple other organizations that want us to collaborate on some other buildings and just bringing programming and different things to Klamath Falls and our area.
Well,
So
disaster relief is huge because realistically, we're 70 miles from anything.
we are.
So, in a pinch, if 140 you can't get over for whatever reason to get to Medford, or yeah, I mean, that's a great idea to have something sustainable here to get us through the first 48 hours or whatever it is before
It's actually going to be probably the first 3 to 4 weeks
I was trying to be
before.
optimistic.
I know, but which optimism is great, but I mean, we're talking reality
Reality,
here.
yeah.
And when we talk to the base and they're saying, "I'm sorry, but it's going to be a while," because they're going to be bringing in upwards of 70,000 first responders. They're going to be flying them in and out and doing that. So we've got to have a way to be able to help people in our community, and that's how we can do that. So we're excited about that, just getting that project up and going. So people will start hearing about what we're calling the Koinonia House. Koinonia is a Greek term for collaboration and caring for your community, bringing people together. So you'll hear about that coming out, and
Is there a location for that already?
it's going to be right behind the Gospel
Oh,
Mission.
it's going to be right
It's
there
going to be
also.
right there
Okay.
on their property. We just got a web domain and we just got a Facebook page. So we're just in the beginning stages of it, but you'll start seeing stuff out there, and we're going to need to, of course, have community support on that one too. We do already have a lot of government support on it as far as commissioners, city. They've already, gotten in on it and stuff. So
Good.
that's kind of cool that, we get to move forward with it. So
Yeah, that's great. That's great. 'Cause that's something, we hear about the Cascadia subduction zone and all that. And I know it hasn't happened in a long time, but someday. I lived through earthquakes when I lived in California, Loma Prieta and all that. And
mhm.
yeah, there's no telling when it's going to happen, but it probably is at some point.
Exactly. And you have your naysayers out there. Oh, well, which is fine. But I would much rather be prepared and not have it happen than have it happen and not be prepared.
Well, and it's not just the earthquake. It could be, with today's world, the grid going down for an undetermined amount of time, or who knows what. So, yeah, there's all kinds
Inclement
of,
weather last year. We had 4 to 6 feet of snow in a matter of a couple of days up on Bly Mountain.
yeah,
We had people trapped up there. So what we did is we jumped in. We actually found a guy that had a snow cat. We rented him for the week, and we were taking food, gas, propane, blankets, all to people that could not get out of their homes.
yeah.
And that's what we need to be prepared for. Right now, if something major happened, we'd pull together and do it, but it's going to be a lot easier if we have some money in our reserves to be able to do that. And you can give directly to that fund. So we've got it set up to where if you want to give to the Koinonia House, that's where it goes. If you want to give to disaster relief, that's where it goes. We don't just put everything into a big pot and say, oh, this is great. We want to make sure that if you designate where it goes, that's where it goes.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of folks that make donations. A lot of them want to see it stay locally. So it's good that that option is there.
Well, and one of the things that a lot of people, this was another question I just got today. Well, you get help from worldwide, don't you? No, we don't. We solely rely on the grants, and I'm the grant writer, grants we can get in and local support.
Really?
We don't get any help from United Way Worldwide.
See, shame on me. I just kind of assumed that was part of the funding.
A lot of people do that, but we're kind of our own entity.
Okay.
But what's good about that is, as the director, I get to tailor that to our community. So I don't have somebody looking over me going, this is what you have to do. We get to go, okay, this is your local United Way. What do you want to see us do for you?
Okay.
And that's where some of these collaborations have come up now, is people coming up and going, well, I'd really like to see, there's another one called Your Way Clubhouse, I believe is what it is. But it's going to be a place that's completely sober, no alcohol in it. It is a place where people can meet. They can, play games. They can have meetings. They can have they want to try to find a place big enough for a venue to where people can rent it if they want to have like, a wedding with no alcohol or whatever. But that one also is a kind of in the beginning stages. And I'm working with those folks. And I think that's something else that we need in our area. Where do people go that don't want to have a sip of whiskey or
Thought that was
something
apple
else? It could be apple juice. I don't know. It tastes really good though. But
It's Irish apple juice.
we want to make sure that our community has what it needs for everybody, because part of United Way is making sure every person can thrive, not just certain demographics. We want to make sure people out in Chiloquin, people on Bly Mountain, people down in Merrill, Malin, we have such a vast county that I don't think people realize exactly how big it is. We're more than just Klamath Falls. And now, with United Way getting into Lakeview also, there's just this huge opportunity for us to be able to do so much more, but we're restricted because we just don't have a lot of the funding. We need a shelter for folks during the winter. The warming center is phenomenal, but they can only run during certain months and certain hours. And a lot of people don't understand why. And if you don't understand why, please go talk to them, because there are parameters around that. It's not just because they're making this decision to do this. There's reasons why they can't. The gospel mission, I love what they do at the gospel mission, but they're high barrier. If you're under the influence of something, you can't stay there. But that's their program. And I appreciate that program. My husband at one time was one of the chaplains there, and I love what they do. But we also need someplace in town during the winter, especially, for people to sleep, because it gets cold out there. So there's other little projects that are going on in
Right.
our community that United Way has had a hand in kind of, birthing or getting started. And that's all because people have come and said, hey, I have this great idea. How can we do this? So somebody's got an idea out there. Come talk to me.
All right.
Because we might be able to come alongside you and help boost some of these programs for what we really need in our community.
So circling back real quick, and maybe this is why the donations are so important, is each United Way set up like that, where they're not, you're nationally recognized, but you stay in the community for donations, I guess? It's not like a franchisee or something, like a restaurant kind of thing?
Yeah, it's not really like a restaurant. We
Well,
we actually even have our own EIN and everything. We are our own nonprofit. We have our own local boards.
okay.
We are totally governed locally.
Gotcha.
There are associations out there where like I belong to one association that's 30 different United Ways in Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. You have your bigger ones like that, but as far as like a small local United Way like what we are, we're pretty much our own business.
Right. Okay.
So we're governed by a board, but it's just trying to get the donations from our community. And unfortunately, there's been so many changes lately with Geld Wind and Weyerhaeuser and all of these different organizations and businesses pulling out. It's tough. And if you look at, we just had a government shutdown last year and all of this other stuff, people are holding on to their money.
Yeah.
I get that. We live here, we raise our families here. We know what it costs to be here.
Right.
So it is hard for me to sit here and say, hey guys, I need your money. But at the same time, if I don't ask for help, what's the worst people are going to say? They're going to say, no, I can't do it right now. That's great. But there's a lot of other ways you can help. Leave us in your will, leave us a house. I don't know.
Do you have a volunteer base set up over in Lakeview already, or personnel?
We don't. We're just starting to
Okay.
work on that. I do know that we have a contact over there that is a former United Way executive director out of Wyoming.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So we're going to set up a meeting and talk with her and see what we can do. So
Okay. Yeah. And so I've got to ask, kind of back to the beginning, what brought you to the United Way?
Oh, that's an interesting story. I was actually offered the job 3 different times over the course of a year. And I was a little hesitant. I have never ran a nonprofit. I mean, I'm just being transparent. I have a background in escrow. So you want me to show you a loan package? I can do that. I was working for another nonprofit doing their development, learning to write grants and things like that. One of my coworkers, she's like, this is the perfect job for you. And I went, I don't think so. And so I kind of just sloughed it off. And then I had another person come up to me and go, you really should apply for this. And I went, hmm. The third time, one of my friends was a board member and she's like, you really need to apply. And my husband goes, you need to apply. So I did. And I told them, they're again transparent. That's who I am. Never done this. And they're like, not to worry. We want you for your attitude, your personality, Okay. But I had, been out in the community and had gotten to know quite a few people. And I thought, okay, I'll give it a shot. So here I am, starting my 4th year.
Well, you have a contagious energy.
I
give you
appreciate
that. Yeah, no, I mean, and that's definitely a compliment. But I saw last year first real interactions that we had were at the run last year,
Mhm.
and yeah, you were just nonstop the whole time. It was, you know.
I have a tendency to do that, you know. Then I finally realized I was working 50 to 60 hours a week, and my husband's like, "Are you ever coming home?" Sure.
Did you remind him he was the one that told you needed to take the job?
Well, yeah, and actually he's retired, so it's kind of I didn't work the whole time we were in Wyoming. We were back there for 5 years with his railroad job, and I got to retire at a young age, and then we came back here, and he's like, well, you know, and he had to go out on a medical, so his you know his body just was done being a carman. He actually was mechanical,
Okay,
so he's like, would you mind going back to work? And I went, are you serious? But I did, and I love it. So
good.
I'm trying maybe in 5 years to retire because I'm pushing that 60 number, real, you know. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not because, you know, I love our community and I know a lot of people here. And I think I've made quite a good impact over the last 3 years that we've been at the United Way. And I just want people to know that we are still here. We've been here since 1945, and a lot of people don't know that because we just haven't had that presence. So that's what we're doing now.
Yeah, and exposure is the big thing.
Mhm.
You know, just letting people know that you're here, and you know, a lot of people know of the United Way, but yeah, like you say, they might not know that you were here, so it makes a big difference.
Oh, this year they're going to hear me on the radio and they're going to see me on stuff, and I'm going to be doing, oh, yeah, I'm going to be all over the place. So,
You've got an open seat here whenever you need it.
oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. Oh, I mean, that's
Love it.
kind of what our purpose here is too. You know, we try to. Not every story is a happy story, but we try to focus on the upbeat. Try to promote businesses and causes like yours, and do good for the community because we love it. I love it here. You came back, so I know grandbabies.
Contagious. No, it is.
But
It is.
you know, my whole philosophy is make the most of where you're at. You know,
Well, home is where your heart is, not anywhere else, you know?
right?
And when you get to know our community and you start looking at the beauty around our community, that's what makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah,
We have so many good people here. You know, you have your naysayers out there, but you know what? Klamath Falls is an awesome place to be.
it is.
It's, you know, I was overjoyed when my daughter and her family moved back, and now my grandkids are 5 minutes away from me. And so I'm right there with you, except mine are 11 and, or excuse me, going to be 12 and 18 this year. Um, but, you know, I love it because I get to watch my grandson is at Mazama and he is heavily into robotics. So United Way does a lot of sponsoring of the robotics tournaments, just, you know, supporting them and what they do. You know, that's the other thing that we can do out there too. If you have a sports team or something like that, or reach out to me. I mean, if we can do it, we love to help sponsor other events in town too. It's not just all about what we can get from our community, it's what we can give back.
Yeah.
So, you know, you need a team in a golf tournament or something like that, hit me up. I have a standing team that is always asking me when I'm sponsoring something because they want to go golf. So, you know, it's give and take out there.
Right,
You
right.
know, we're here. Like I said, we live here. We raise our families here. It's our community too. You know, we're not just here to reap what we can. It's give and take.
You right. Yeah,
Yep.
you sow and you reap what you sow, I guess is what I'm trying to
Exactly.
get at.
Exactly.
Well,
Well, so the bubble run can't be all the fundraisers you got lined up. So, do you want to drop anything else there? Or?
The Bubble Run is the fun one. I will say, well, they're all fun, I have to say. Next month in April, this is really exciting. We every year do a Volunteer of the Year award. So I'm chomping at the bit because I already know who our winner is this year. But we do an annual luncheon and we collaborate with the Klamath Basin Senior Center on that one. They do a really good job of taking care of us, give us a really good lunch. So we had almost 20 applicants this year for the Volunteer of the Year, which is really great. My goal, I would love to have 30 or 40 people. We have so many volunteers that don't get recognized. And so that's one of the programs we do. In May, we have our golf tournament at Shieldcrest. That one's on May 22nd. So we're looking for sponsors and we need teams and golfers, and that one's going to be a lot of fun too. We're going to have a nice Mexican lunch served by Sergio's, and so we've got some exciting things happening. our big fundraiser that we do is our barn dance. And people always look at me really funny when I say barn dance, but yes, it's in a barn. Marty Combs and the High Desert Boys is our band, so they always come out and play for us. It's at Spring Lake Ranch, and it is a blast. This will be our 3rd year of it, and I cannot wait to get back out there. That one is September 19th. So we've already got our calendar done. We actually plan our calendar about 6 months before the end of the previous year. So we're going to start planning for our calendar for next year already.
Okay.
But he
I
would,
need to get you or Teresa to send me that calendar so we
you
can
betcha.
get it on the air here.
Oh,
So-
we will. We will
and
definitely get it out there.
Spring Lake Ranch is awesome. I'm a pastor also, or a minister, and I did a wedding out there a few years ago, and yeah, it's beautiful.
That's
out
beautiful.
there.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, Joan and Jim are just great people to work with out there. I just love them. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's great. So those are the other ones that we have coming up. Oh, we are going to have, I haven't got the date on this one yet. My first year we did a trivia night, sold out. It was a blast. So this year we're collaborating with Whiskey Bandit Saloon, and we are going to have a trivia night. So stay tuned for that one because that one's going to be a blast.
Justin and Casey are great people to work with.
Love them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just talking to them about something else I want to do. I've been trying to be out of my office at least like one day a week. So Wednesdays is my day right now. I usually go up to Bravada in the morning, have coffee, do meetings up there with people. But I'm going to start putting out there little posts and little hints of, hey, I'm having lunch at so-and-so today. If you come in after me and you talk to me for about 5 minutes about what's going on, I'm going to buy your lunch.
Oh, wow.
Or I'm going to buy your coffee. So
Nice.
listen and follow us and find out where I'm at
Right.
because your lunch could be on me
Right.
just to get to know more people in the community. And I don't care if you're, wanting to make a donation or not, but come up and introduce yourself. Let's get to know each other. Let's figure something out. Let's spread some kindness in our community.
Right. It needs it.
It really does. I agree with that 100%. Smile at people when you're out there. Don't walk with your head down and
Right.
smile.
Don't drive with your head down either.
Exactly. That one scares me.
Right. Right.
But- Yeah, just there's just so much we could be doing, even as just individuals out there, to just bring kindness, spread that in our community, and that's what I want for the United Way. I want people to know us as an organization that is not all about us. It's
Right.
about the community. 'Cause it doesn't belong to me. It's
Right.
not my organization. It's your organization. It's your United Way.
It's ours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's do something with it. Let's have some fun and
Right.
do all that.
Good deal.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have any more questions.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I
Well,
appreciate that.
Thank you. No,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is all about you and talk what you need to talk about. So
Yeah. it's
Yeah, it
just-
was when Teresa reached out, I got the email and wanted to know if we would consider. I'm like, absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to have you on. So thanks for
yeah, and
coming
then
out.
shameless plug on her. She's on spring break right now.
Yeah, I invited her to tag along. And
I
she's
know.
like, no, we're going to be at the coast.
Yeah. No, she needed that. It's good for them. So
Yeah.
her husband and my husband are actually best friends.
I used to work with her husband.
Yeah. So, you know Jeff.
Yeah,
But yeah, so the four of us,
good.
we're like,
That's
I would say 2 peas in a pod, but we're like 4 peas in a pod. It's just,
good. That's kind of our families. We've been to Tennessee and Kentucky and Vegas and all that, Mexico on different vacations and that, but can't seem to get away from each other.
there's nothing wrong with that though.
Right?
Because,
to
communal
find
living
friends
is
like
coming
that.
back.
Yeah.
Just go buy 300 acres somewhere and build your compound and have everybody join you. And,
I had
Grow
the
your own food,
compound
do all
starter
that.
kit, and the wife decided to move into town.
Oh man. That'd be what we'd love to do too. I love to be out there and, hunt and
Yeah.
fish and do all that. My favorite thing is getting on my four-wheeler and just going.
Yeah.
It's
It's tough being out somewhere like that and still having jobs and careers that you have to attend to. Because, we have property out in Bonanza and having to commute in the town every day to go to work. It was, especially the winter months, takes a toll
yeah,
on you.
that's a lot.
So, yeah.
That's a lot. I know.
I don't blame her for wanting to come back to town, but I really like my chickens and my goats and my turkeys. that I had running around out there.
Oh, you should be able to have those here. Come
Oh,
on
I
now.
should be able to. I'll give you my wife's number, and you two can chat about it. Okay?
I've actually thought about that. It's like, but I have so many people that give me eggs and stuff right now. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I don't need my own chickens.
All right. Well,
But I'm
Christine,
thinking on that.
thanks so much for coming
Oh,
on the
thanks
show.
for having
Oh,
me.
it's great. Yeah. And like I say, anytime you've got
Okay.
anything you want to get out there, either let me know or you just say, hey, I want to come back on the show and we'll make time for you.
I appreciate that. You betcha. I'm going to take
Absolutely.
advantage of that.
Please.
I will.
Please. Yeah. And again, anybody out there watching, if you got a cause, a business, anything that you think is worthwhile to the community and you want to come on and talk about it or just want us to bring it up, let us know. bigroostermedia@gmail.com or just comment on the video. We'll see it and we'll make it happen.
Yeah, hit these guys up. They do good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thanks a lot, you guys. Thank you again. And we'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good.